Hello and welcome to the XFDA podcast. This is our fourth one. Can you believe that? Our fourth podcast. My name is Gunbelt. This is Pixie Quick. And this is Brad the Quick. And you might notice that we've got a lot of new equipment around here.
It's nice.
Yeah. And you know why we got this new equipment? Because we've had so much feedback.
Yeah, a lot. The people are liking it.
Feedback on the podcast, so we thought we better do our bit and invest in some equipment to make it a lot more professional.
Do it right.
But I'm enjoying it.
I am too. I'm
This is
enjoying it a lot.
nice. I love it.
I mean, it's funny because we were just now talking about these headphones. It makes it sound so much better for us to give you a better podcast.
Right.
And it takes a little bit more time to set up than a little
Yeah.
iPad, but it's worth it in the long run.
It is.
We're getting better. We're getting better all the time.
Yeah, we are. I mean, every day that we do a podcast is more experience,
Yeah.
you know. But it'd be good to go back from the very first podcast and watch the ones that I progress.
You're going to be like, oh man, why do we even leave that?
Oh, wow. That first one. Oh my goodness.
We're going to look at that and think, oh my Lord, what was we thinking?
We were new. We were new. It was our first one
Yeah,
ever.
we still are, and
And we still are, yeah.
I think it's going good now. I love that we get so much feedback about it. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, how's your week been, Pitsky? What have you been up to?
Well, had a great shoot last weekend with the Nationals and Texas State and the Nationals. But personally, I was a little disappointed in myself, which I need to go back to the drawing board and do a lot of practicing. But my week, it's been busy and I have not had time to practice. I've been catching up on work, and so yeah. So other than that, it's been work, and now we're back here at the podcast, and my back was thrown out previously, which prevented me from practicing. But now that it's eased up, I'm about to get serious about it. So
So the back problem's gone away a bit now?
yes.
Good. Good. What about you, Brad? What have you been up to?
I've been busy. A lot of y'all know I work for Quick Roofing, and I'm in roof sales. So I've been on a lot of roofs this week, checking out inspections. So if y'all want a roof, that's for Brad Quick. Quick Roofing.
Yeah.
But that's why I've been busy doing that. A lot in Little Elm, Argyle. And I've been actually getting some calls in Mansfield. That's some old stuff though. But
All right.
been busy.
Well, you mentioned about the state of nationals and how you shot. I want to get back to that because I'm disappointed.
Me too. I'm disappointed in myself.
I mean, I know that we were hosting it as well, but I just couldn't believe it. I shot bad. I couldn't seem to get anywhere. And I've been thinking about it all week.
Well,
And to tell you the truth about practice, I've only practiced twice this week because
that's odd for you.
yeah,
that's not
it
normal
is.
for
I
you.
normally do it every day, but been getting this stuff together and all that. But yeah, the state of nationals, I wish I'd have done better.
Well,
Disappointed in myself.
You did better than I did.
yeah, he did better. than-
I didn't win between Texas State and Nationals. That's bad for me. That very bad.
Yeah, that's not like you.
I think
But I tell you, it's hard to put a shoot on. It's hard to shoot good when
Yeah.
you're putting a shoot on because your mind is somewhere else. It's not in the shoot. You know,
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that.
There's a lot to deal with. People ask you questions or they need something or want something, and you have to run around doing that. But
Right.
it was tough, you know. But what we got coming up here soon, we're going, not next week, next weekend. We're going to Tombstone, right?
Next weekend, right? Is it next Friday we're leaving?
Yeah.
It is.
Not this
Wow,
one,
that's
but the
coming
next
up
one.
fast.
We're leaving to go. The shoot's not till
Yeah,
Thursday or Friday.
we're just leaving a week early.
Yeah.
Right.
Gonna hang out there at the Monument Ranch.
We're going to be in Tombstone when the eclipse happens and all this stuff is going to happen on the earth. CERN's going to open up a portal and
Rockets
you
are
got the
gonna be
devil's
shot
comet
off.
coming by. Yeah, they're going to shoot rockets at the eclipse out there in New Mexico.
Really?
Yeah,
It's like
something
like
that's
Neanderthals throwing rocks at the moon. You know?
they're supposed to study something with it.
Oh man. Oh, we'll
But we've
see.
got a little list here of what we want to talk about. What was we going to talk about next? We have to always plug in that we've got the XFDApro.com merchandise. You need to go there.
Yeah, XFDApro.com.
That anything that's sold there goes back into the XFDA, and it helps us.
It does.
You know,
Really helps.
we have a lot of expenses, but we make it. So, what else we got, Brad?
Well, we got membership dues that are going to be taking effect here
Yep,
a few days.
yep,
Some people have already paid and they got their card.
yeah.
You get your membership, you pay your membership, you get your card with your picture on it. And that's a really neat little deal right there.
That helps
Memberships are
out the
cheap,
XFDA.
too.
Yeah. That helps out to
That started on April 1st, right?
April 1st,
April 1st.
April 1st. Yeah,
And it's just $35. I mean, that ain't
$35.
that ain't too bad, you know.
Can't beat that. No, can't beat it.
But we're gonna when we get to Tombstone, we're gonna do a couple of podcasts.
Yeah.
So the good news is that we've got Dusty, the mayor of Tombstone.
Wow.
I
Wow.
spoke to him yesterday. I know him pretty well. I've known him for a long time, probably 12, 14 years. Lovely guy. And I called him up and said to him, you know, we're coming, obviously, as he knew, the XFDA. And I said, would you be interested in us interviewing him? And he said, absolutely.
How cool is that to have the
That
mayor of
is so
Tombstone?
neat. Yeah.
He's a real nice guy.
Very
He's
cool.
been mayor for a long time.
That is neat.
And every time I go to Tombstone, I'll go to his house and see him. He's full of information. He knows everything about
I
that
bet he
town.
does. I bet he does.
He knows everything. So how do you think we're going to shoot in Tombstone?
I hope I shot like I did last year. I
You
got
done
first
well,
place.
didn't you?
I actually last year, I ran that whole match clean.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
The only loss I had was in teams against Missouri Jim. He gave me my only ex-Missouri Jim. That man is getting better all the time. Right now he's shooting left-handed because he had shoulder surgery on his right arm.
Yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah, he shot left-handed the
left-handed?
whole match here last week in
That was
National
pretty-
Texas State.
pretty
That's why he changed his KPI up.
Yeah.
And that's still pretty impressive, though. I mean,
Yeah.
if I shot left-handed, I'd probably throw the gun out there in front of me or
I'd
something.
drop it myself, probably. I don't know.
He's someone we want to interview.
For sure. Him, we got some great people coming up for interviews. We got him. We got we got Bullet Bob.
Yeah.
We got Jesse James and Sassy.
Yeah.
We got Blue Eyed Bandit, Delta.
Right.
Jackass Giles. We're going to interview him in the Arkansas State. He's a world record holder right now. Who else? And yeah, we got a few. We got a lot.
lots.
You know, I'll tell you another person we were talking about. People that didn't have a lot of knowledge of Tombstone. Another person that has a lot of knowledge is Rattling Rob.
Right.
He knows a lot about Tombstone, man.
Yeah. Well, if anyone knows about it, he will.
And he's got a club up there. In fact, that's who's hosting the
Right.
upcoming XFDA Arizona State. Is Rattling Rob
Yep. And we're going to be on Allen Street,
on Allen Street. That's going to be
right
neat.
where all the real cowboys were.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who do you want to interview, Pixie? Have you got anyone in mind?
I would love Jesse James and Sassy. And Jesse James is very knowledgeable about
Very.
Tombstone as well. He could tell you a lot of stories
Yeah.
and a lot of information about Tombstone. So I think that was another choice for me.
Yeah. And we're going to get Kid Curry on here.
Got to get
Yes.
Kid Curry. He's the founder of
founder.
XFDA. We got to get him on there.
So hopefully he'll get on here. So the other thing that we want to shout out to, we want to see if there's any sponsors out there that can sponsor us. Just help us maybe paying to pull the trailer or helping the XFDA, and we can display their name over the trailer. We can put them at the shoots. You know, we can. There's a lot of ways that we can advertise. They can go on our website.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And also, we need to get some sponsors for the podcast so we can put them on the end
Right.
on our.
Yeah, we can do that.
For the final-
Absolutely. That'd be
final.
great.
Right.
So,
Exit.
what else we got to talk about here?
Well, we got we were going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we use in our shooting, which is
Yeah.
the bullets. And they're not real bullets, of course. They're wax
Yeah.
for safety reasons and because we don't want to be poking holes to our targets. So
And shooting our feet.
shooting our
Right.
feet. You know, what we do, I mean, as fast as we go and stuff, you know, it would be actually, I wouldn't try it with a real bullet. You'd be calling me Stumpy right now, as much as I've shot down my holster.
It's too dangerous.
What,
for
what you
I'll be
got
missing
there,
a leg.
Brad? Do you want to show us what you've got?
Yeah, what we got here is we got some bullets here, some different kind of bullets, and I'm just going to go through them as we pick them out here. There's only about, I think, 5 or 6
Yeah.
bullet makers in the world for
Really?
wax bullets. I think you got your Royal Wax.
They're a sponsor of ours.
They're a sponsor of XFDA. In fact, that's Rattling Rob there.
Oh, yeah.
He owns. He bought it. The original guy that started Royal Wax was Casey Jordan. I believe it was Casey Jordan, and he had it. And then I think just about a year and a half ago, he sold it all to Rob,
Right.
and Rob's took it over, and he's done good with it.
Yeah.
He's done good, making it good. Well, it was a good bullet when Casey had it too, though.
Right.
And Casey, now I will tell you this: when I got in to making the bullets, which is quick wax, Casey Jordan, he was one of the ones that really helped me out, gave me a lot of information.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give him credit on that. Out of all the bullet makers, Casey Jordan was the most helpful to me.
Yeah.
Helped me get started in it, And then we got the wax that I would be using if I was not making my own wax, which is Spitfire. I think Spitfire is it's really hard. That's what I like about it. A lot like my wax. That's what I like
They
about
do
it.
3 different sorts, though, don't they? They do flat iron,
Flat iron,
high heat.
and I think just they're normal.
Yeah.
And Spitfire, they got most wax, is smooth. Spitfire, if you look at them, they got the 2 little grooves going around them, and that's kind of their trademark thing. But they're a good wax. If like I said, if I wasn't using my wax, I'd be using Spitfire. And then you have my wax, which is quick wax, and my wax is actually the minimal size of wax for as far as length goes for XFDA. It's the shortest wax there is. Anything under quick wax would be illegal, but quick wax, I make my wax really hard. In fact, my wax here,
Yeah, your wax just.
it was too hard a
disappears.
while back here.
Yeah.
And I had my formula wrong. I had too much hardener in it. And what I had to do was, after you and Ruckus, Jackass, and a few other people had tested it for me, I had to dial my hardener way back
Yeah.
because it was getting too brittle and it was breaking in half. Well, now that problem solved, so no more of that.
I think that's when I was in Mississippi. I was shooting your wax, and I was getting numbers of like up in the 4s.
Because it was breaking up.
It was breaking up, and Bullet Bub said to me, "Look,
Yep.
your wax is breaking up."
But I'm the newest wax company, so I'm still learning,
yeah. It's-
But we finally got it down now.
Yeah, it's chemistry.
It's chemistry and it's testing. I mean, believe me, I have tested. Oh my golly, I have over the last 5 years. I have tested so many. In fact, Perk was at my house just last night, and we were actually talking about the bullets. And I was going over mold stuff. Then I was showing him my book. He goes, "Man, how many times do you write things?" I go, "Perk, I got so many different things. I've written down what works, what doesn't. 600 grams of this versus whatever grams of that. And."
I remember when I called you and said it's breaking up. You went, "Oh my God, I've made 10,000 bullets."
Well, what you do is you just use it for practice and start back. And then the other wax we got, which has been around for a very long time, old Skinner, CNR wax. And Skinner's he's a great guy. I met Skinner back 9 years when we got into the fastball sport. He's a good guy. But Skinner, he makes a good wax, CNR wax. And then you have the orange wax, which is Deadeye. And it's a good wax. It has a little lip on the front of it, which is when you push it in, it kind of, when it goes in the shell. The only problem with the Deadeye wax is it's just a little, for me personally, it's a good wax. But for me personally, it's just a little soft. Kind of gums up the mouth a little bit. That's the only thing. But other than that, it's a good wax. So I like it. Any of these waxes I mentioned would be great for if you want to get into the sport of basketball.
Right.
It's a matter of your preference.
That's all it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
What do you prefer? I guess you got to say your husband's wax.
I'm a little partial to quick wax.
Don't say Spitfire. You'd be in
Don't say
trouble.
that.
So what else we got? What are you doing about that? What's about this cup?
Oh, the cup. All right, so with this cup here, when we're in Tombstone, the first person that comes up to me and says, "We love your podcast," you get this cup for free.
Do they got to say your name or just say we love your podcast? Did they got to say Pixie Quick?
I think they got to come up and say, "Hey, Pixie."
Yeah,
Quick.
that's right. I think so too.
Yeah, hey, Pixie Quick. I might have braids and I might have my hair down.
Your
I
little
don't
top
know.
hat.
Maybe a top hat.
Now, I
But
think
if
what
you
you should
find me-
do, you should say, the first person that comes up, "Hey, Pixie, you're an awesome shooter. I love your podcast."
That would be great.
So anyway, then we all done here. I think
Well, one thing I want to mention out too is our 50th subscriber, because we're new.
Yep.
Yeah.
Subscribe on YouTube. Hit that like button.
Yeah.
Hit that
Like,
subscribe
subscribe,
button.
and
Get
alert.
us so you see all of our podcasts. I think our 50th subscriber. I think we had to give away one of them hats.
We're giving
Which
one
you
of
still
these
got the
hats,
tag on yours,
absolutely.
Barry, by the way.
That's-
But that's
know.
okay. Hey,
That's okay. That's the in thing to leave.
that's the
tag
end
on
thing.
now.
It's
That's
gang.
what
They
do.
call it gangster.
Oh, is it?
No, I don't know. That's gang. That's
That's the
gangster.
end thing.
I don't know. I guess you got to turn it sideways a little bit, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, we have. I look forward to Arizona. And once again, our XFDA family. We get to see our Arizona family out there. A lot of great shooters out in Arizona that are part of XFDA, and they.
Yep.
A lot. I tell you what, a lot of Arizona Cactus Kid. He's
Oh, yeah.
fast. There's a few of them guys that are
Yeah.
fast, man. I mean,
Yeah, he's a great guy. He
he's a
gave me lot of
great
good
guy, man.
pointers.
Got a great little family.
Yes.
I met all them people at that very first shoot I went to.
Mm-hmm.
Not the last shoot. There was a lot of people there, but hopefully we'll see all them people again. So I really
yeah.
didn't know them. I was first into the sport. So.
His daughters shoot. They're
Yeah.
both fast.
The whole family
The whole
shoot,
family
isn't it?
shoots. I mean,
Yeah.
they're a shooting family.
Yeah.
Really
great.
cool.
But
Good people. Good Christian people.
what's really cool about this whole podcast, like I said at the very first podcast we did,
Yeah.
you come travel with us and you are going to literally travel with us, and we'll be in Tombstone, so you get to see everything that goes on in Tombstone.
We're going to try and do the podcast on Allen Street or maybe in one of the businesses if we
Big
can.
nose case or something or whatever it may be.
And
One of
I
them popular.
forgot where we're staying, the Monument Ranch.
Monument Ranch.
That's going to be exciting.
I'll tell you, if no one's been to the Monument Ranch, you can go there and just have a look and have a drink there. You don't have to stay there, but you could go and eat dinner there. You could have a drink in there. They've got an old West bar. It's on a dirt road. They've got food there, and they have someone playing music there every night.
Wow.
Oh, and you can play Farah with
What's Farrah?
that card game.
Oh,
They
I
play.
don't know how to play it, but yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's
I'll learn.
easy. They teach you how to play it. You don't play for real money. They just for fun.
Are we going to try to maybe possibly, I know we were talking about maybe have next year's 2025 Arizona State at the Monument Ranch?
Yeah, I spoke to that Michelle who owns the Monument Ranch, or is one of the owners, and she said, "Yeah, let's talk."
That'd be a good
Nothing's
idea.
set in stone at the moment, but she said to me, "Yeah, when you get here, let's talk."
That'll be neat.
Nice.
Hopefully, we can do that because it'd be a great place. Be able to stay there, food, drink, ride horses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
It's gonna
fun.
be my
Inside,
first time to
outside.
ride a horse. I've never ridden one in my life, so
Oh, it's so much
I'm
fun.
excited about that.
Yeah, you go riding up into the desert, into the mountains. They show you old mining holes and all
Oh,
that.
so
Oh,
cool.
that'd be
I
cool.
love
Yeah,
that
you
kind
go
of
right
stuff.
by past Ed. I can't say his name, so forgive me if I say it wrong. But Ed Schiffler, the founder of Tombstone. You go past his monument there, you'll see all that.
wow.
Okay.
And then you go on the horse riding. You go underneath the old railway bridges or the railroad bridges that are all like demolished now, and they don't use them.
I'll tell you what's going to be nice this year as compared to last year. I don't think it's going to be near as hot this year.
Well,
As it was
I
last
looked
year.
at the 10-day forecast, and it was going to be in the 70s.
Shoot, the year we all went, it was like, what, 90, 100, something like that? And the only thing that saved us was we had a good wind blowing.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's going to be in the 70s, that is going to be wonderful.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's great, but I tell you, I don't care if it's 110 degrees. I'd rather be hot than cold.
All
I
day long.
just wanna be
All
cold.
day long. I can't
I
do the
am
cold.
not a fan of the cold.
I just freeze up and just don't want to move.
Yeah,
You know.
I lived my life in England in cold and rain all the time. I want to be in the hot weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Are we maybe we might want to interview Michelle from
Yeah, yeah, we can talk to her about that. Yeah,
from the
we
resort
could
out
do
there,
that.
because that's what that place is. It's a resort.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much is what it is.
It's great. There's loads of parking there. It's just so relaxed.
Oh,
You're
and
gonna
then
love
after
it.
that, we got Texas State coming up, South
Oh.
Texas State.
Yeah,
In what's the name of that? Tinseltown. Used to be
It's-
an old
it's a
what?
oil town or
It
something.
used to be an old boom town or something like that.
That's
Yeah,
it,
old town.
Yeah,
And that's going to be
That's the
neat.
speed
and
bumps.
The speed bumps. Amber Williams, a blue-eyed bandit, she's got that
They're
all
all
worked
whiskey.
out, and that's going to be nice.
yeah. They're doing it at the museum.
At the museum.
was
Yeah.
it? Is that what it was called, or Spindle, or?
Spindle Top?
Spindle top. That's it.
Spindle Top. That's what it is. Spindle Top. I got it all wrong.
Yeah.
She sent me to me on the phone. I just, I don't remember stuff for real.
No.
Like when the light comes on to go. We all say that. I don't
Deer in
remember
headlights,
that
looking at the light.
I'm working on that. I've been reading articles to fix my brain. So,
Well,
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking.
I'm
forward to
too.
it, so.
I think it's going to be
Yeah.
great.
It's gonna be fun.
So I think we're done here. Next time we come, yeah. Well, in actual fact, we've got to do a podcast next weekend, don't we? Before we leave.
Yeah, we do. We're not shooting next weekend, are we here? 'Cause we're going to be
Well,
gone.
we're not leaving till Sunday, so why miss the shoot
We
Saturday?
should, then what we'll do is, because we're having the shoot this week and tomorrow at my range, DFW Gunslingers, but next week we're going to have it here before we take off for Tombstone. We'll have another podcast just like you're seeing now.
Maybe we'll ask one of the club members if they want to be in it. What about that?
That'd be a great idea.
That'd be a surprise. Who we get?
I think we had to get old Johnny Law. He's an
Johnny Law.
officer, a cop
Yeah.
in Gainesville.
Yeah.
We always want to put our officers and stuff,
Yeah.
up on a pedestal. One earns another
He's
one.
Oh, yeah.
Another great guy, a lovely family. His wife shoots. She doesn't shoot as much, but he's got a great family.
Yes.
We need to get Ruckus on here. He
Sweet
could show
family.
us his he could show us his recovery
Yeah.
that he had over all and then he came back and did what he did last week. I was so happy to see him do that.
Oh, I was happy to see him with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
amazing.
he hung out right over there. That's where he hung out. And I went up to him. I said, "You got this, buddy." I don't know. I said, "You've got it."
Yeah, he came back like a Viking, man.
He took it.
They thought he was never even going to be able to shoot. So y'all know he was in a really bad motorcycle accident. And they thought he was never going to be able to shoot again. Well, he showed the world different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He showed him different. And I almost want to cry when I saw him win. I was so happy for him. But
What
he's
an
a good
achievement.
man.
Wow.
Yeah, what an achievement right there.
Comeback.
What a great comeback story.
Well,
Right.
It really is.
Driving around riding around in Texas is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I've actually got two motorcycles. One of them I bought for my son-in-law, but my motorcycle I sold it because I decided that I'm never riding again. I don't want to be hit. People on the roads in Texas are.
It's not
There's-
yourself you got to worry about. It's the other guy.
It is. I've
what it comes
heard
down
too
to.
many friends and even family members that have been hurt. And
But it's good. He made a good recovery.
Great
Yes,
recovery. He did.
You
There's
know.
all the bullets right there. It's like Christmas with all the bullet covers.
All right. Well, I think we're done. So we'll do another podcast next week.
Yeah.
And we'll see where this one goes.
And happy Easter, everybody.
Happy
This
Easter.
weekend.
So we will catch you later.
Bye.